Good morning, everyone. Today is June 3, and today I'm gonna be checking the top performance of the day and see what they can do and how far they can go. Maybe they can retrace or something. Let's find out. So first of all, as you can see here, Bit USDT got 68% profit gains within 24 hours, which is crazy. And let's check it. You can see that this is the candle, but yesterday as well was a big candle like this, and definitely there is something going on here because the price performance is it's crazy. Okay, it's great. So what I can see here, at least from the technical point of view, is that Bit was retracing until it got to the demand zone here, and from the demand zone just exploded, okay, which is very good. Now, until which level can it go? Definitely, for me, I see that in the 1 hour chart, it already found supply zone here, something like this, okay, and there is another supply zone here, a smaller one, and what I can see is that the projection from here to here, okay, this was the rally that it got from this supply zone, and if we just clone this, we can see that it's gonna retrace to these levels where basically we have another demand zone, and what I'm expecting is that from here it should go something like this and go all the way up, having a continuation and moving further to new levels, which most probably can go, if it's moving like this, the next stop, I think it's gonna be somewhere around here. The next one is gonna be here, okay? So 0.080 and 0.088 are the levels where I see that this coin Bit USDT can go. So moving to the next one is SOFII coin, and the weekly, daily charts can't say too much because it's just a new coin. So let's move on the smaller time frames and see what we see. Basically, what I can see right away is a trend line that has been broke and it's going up. Okay, well, really there isn't much to say here because no demand zones, no supply zones. A small demand zone, I can see it here, that it's a quite good one. So 0.060608 would be the level where I would be placing a buy, and this would be the zone where I would put my stop loss, because this coin is a new coin, is a certain coin, so not sure what it can do and how much it can go because there is no historical data here. Therefore, let's move to the next one, which is the RPL USDT. It got almost 30% performance, which is very good. And let's go to the weekly chart and see what we can say about this one. The first thing I see, and it's very good one, is that in the weekly chart I see a demand zone. It break all the way up, went down, and the last candle tried to go up, and this week definitely is going up, which is very good one. Okay, so on the daily chart again we can see the demand zone. We can even make it smaller, so with the bodies, and you can see that how many times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it touched and then just break all the way up. You can see here that we got a supply zone here on the daily chart, which basically it's just pumped on May 30 and just retraced like this, and then after it started growing slowly up again. And what I see is the following: as soon as it goes back to these levels, okay, this is totally a buy opportunity because it's gaining momentum, right? We can see that here we have a trend line which has been broken already, and again another trend line, let's say here, something like this. Therefore, there is a continuation 100% on this coin, where I would be buying, maybe small buy sells. It went too high, too fast, and we didn't really got any big thing to do. Basically, well, here is the place I would be buying. This is not really a place where if it started going down, it's gonna stop here, but the stop is gonna be at 4.9. Yeah, I would be putting the stop loss here and let it run as much as you can, because this is going to be a continuation pattern, okay? And the continuation patterns means that it can go as much as you can imagine, 8, 9 maybe from here. So you can just double it, or 20x if you are 20xing the trades. So the next one is about Syrup USDT. Let's go to the weekly chart and see what we can see here, which isn't too much because it's an old month coin. The daily chart is showing us that we had a strange kind of demand zone, which isn't a big one definitely, but it's a daily one. It's tried to break this, but it couldn't, so it just reversed here and it continued going up. I see here on the daily chart as well that we have a supply zone here, which is trying to push it down. So I would be very cautious when it comes to buying here, but I would be very interested in testing at least small trade here, because it's a new coin. No one knows what can happen. Do your own research if you know about this coin, what they are expecting to do in the future, the roadmap, everything. But my main trade here would be wait until this level touches, then after buy from here and let it run. Just remember to put your stop loss on the break even as soon as you see it got some distance from the entry point. And yeah, that's pretty much all about this one. The next, these two are competing, so is the Nairo ETH USDT. Let's go to this one on the weekly chart. The weekly chart, again, if I saw this coin, I would be buying, because look how many tails. It's just buy as much as you can as soon as it reaches this level, because it's always pumping up, and you could just make 10-20% on each trade. Okay, so here the weekly chart, we see a demand zone, which is a good demand zone, I would say. Then let's go to the daily chart. The daily chart again seems quite strange, but we would be sticking on the weekly demand zone and just make it a bit better like this. And in the 4-hour chart, you could see that definitely this one was a good one, demand zone here. Okay, just touched, pumped to the supply zone, then dumped again. And I'm not sure whether this one could be an interesting one, but if you're interested in trading this, just see that we have a 4-hour chart trend line break up, which is very good. And if you want to trade this, then definitely you can go to 0.080 and something, 80, yeah, that would be a cool one, and put your stop somewhere around here, so you are safe, because it's quite volatile, this coin, and the probabilities of this going up isn't too low, because definitely we have a trend line breaking. We have a huge spike here, which gives us some buying momentum. There isn't anything so big that I would be afraid to say no, don't do. We have the supply zone here, one touch, second touch, and as soon as it got here, I think it's gonna just break and continue going up to the next levels, which will be somewhere around here at 0.15 or 15 and a half. So be careful when trading, do your own research, and follow me for more information like this. Thank you.